This is a Faraday takeover. We're gonna talk about Grammy. Hey, fun times. Last night I was like wasting time putting together the sound out of like high school songs and stuff, and I came across some like. I remember the song, and I wrote like some really fucking happy, like I'm falling low.
Never coming home. I got some money in my pocket, so let's have fun. West Coast, never be alone. Gotta ring on the finger and love never die.
I think there's so many like parts of our lives that are no longer sexualized and we take for granted, but definitely in the music industry it's more of an anomaly. Like at my job and stuff, 9 to 5, like I don't feel like I ever experienced sexism or anything like that. Like it's all normal and good, but then for some reason once you go into the music scene, it's like all this shit gets brought up again. You're like caught off guard. It sucks because all the hard work that you put into getting a show together. Well, I've been emailing with your venue for the past 2 months to line this night up, but you know, there's definitely places that security isn't gonna give me access to whatever, and I have to go find the booker or whatever.
Whereas Nick can walk on straight onto the Wonder Years show and on stage and just hang out, nothing,
Hey,
no
man,
questions asked.
Yeah,
If you walk with confidence, no one will ever question your motives.
as long as you've got a dick between your legs.
Yeah.
If I walk with confidence, if I walked backstage, what would they think? They would not be like, oh, this guy's with the band.
I think it
They'd
depends
be
where
like,
you are.
Who's she blowing?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Little girl, what you doing? Hey, ducks fly together.
Ducks fly together. Ducks fly together. Ducks fly together.
Let's quack it out.
Quack, 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 quack. Ducks.
You were the one I thought I needed. All my life I tried to make you into someone else inside, but all along I didn't know.
I don't know, I just love making songs, and it's like pretty much that simple. I'm not trying to like gain value or any of that from critique. I mean, silence is certainly acceptance. I always believe that. So by not having a discussion and not having a forum, that is not the way to go about it. However, I don't think that getting a bunch of girls that are really upset in one common area just bitching about people bitching about that, like how productive is that? A show like tonight is a perfect example. Like here's this big hyped up show, the 3 top bands have girl singers.
Just think about in Joan Jett's era when it was like totally unheard of, like there was no girls really in rock. So I think it's becoming more and more and more acceptable, and we're getting a little more respect. But that's all it really is like, you know, we're not asking for people to treat us specially. If anything, we're asking, you know, for us to just be equal.
Occasionally, we roll into the venue, they see our band, they're like, okay, 5 guys and 1 girl, and they're like, oh, the girl's in the band, and oh, the girl's singing. Especially if they haven't heard us. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
let's see what this is gonna sound like. Because really, I mean, if you weren't a good singer, we might sound crappy. I think there's a lot of bands out there that, no, I mean, same
I
thing with
agree.
guys singing too, but I feel like we would
can
catch...
get away with it more
Yeah,
when you're a dude.
You catch more flack if you're a shitty singer
Like
or girl.
she better be good.
It must be so damn nice to be so happy, feeling so in control. It must be so damn cool to be so happy, calling shots like an asshole.
As a guy, you have like this inherent right almost to front a band, but for us we have to really put on a show and convince people that we are fucking great, and you can't convince people you're fucking great if you don't act like you're fucking great.
those aren't the type of people I want listening to our music anyway. Even in this one interview we did, the guy was saying, oh, the guitars on this song sound very heavy and very good. Like, did you get someone else to record it for you? And I was just like,
no.
I'm the guitarist of the band. Like, I recorded the guitars. Well, one weird comment I got after a show one time was this guy came up to me and he was like, I normally don't like girl drummers, but you're pretty good. I'm like, what exactly don't you like about girl drummers? Like, I don't know. It's just like a weird thing, but also kind of a good thing because I'm realistic. Like, I think that we get a lot more attention because we're female twins in a band, but just I don't want our gender to define their decision on like whether they like our music or not. Because I mean, that is a question we get in almost every interview. Is like, what's it like being a woman in rock? Which I think is like a good thing because what they're trying to do is raise awareness of like the hardships of it. But it's also like, it's a question that in like 10 years from now, I don't even want it to be a question anymore. You know what I mean?
Like one of our first shows, we played with Inept, and like the singer of Inept like came up to me and he was like, you know, I don't even like girl bands. You guys are good. And I was like, thanks. Like, what does that even mean? You don't like I get it.
Yeah,
so
it's
like
pretty
the
broad generalization.
yeah, and
Or a
like what's your
generalization about
sample
broads.
size?
That's what I can't take that. I'm sorry. Just had to say it.
That was clever. Yeah, but it was like, it was weird. It's like, you do hear that sometimes from people, and I know that they intend it to be a compliment, but like, look at all the insane singers that are females and the history of music. Like, why does the pop punk scene have to be like all dudes?
Well, I've been trying for so long, but you keep me hanging on like I finally belong to somebody. I've been trying for so long, but you keep me hanging on like I finally belong to somebody. So I'll give it all I have, do the very best I can to make you proud of who I wanna be. I'll make you proud of me. Proud of me. I gotta know what makes you tick. Is it for sure? Are you genuine? You ought to know. You're so contagious. So could you please get me infected? I am aware that I should just move on. I shouldn't care, but you're my liaison for when I'm scared or if I'm happy.